we're going to be analysing, examining, dissecting, and critiquing another potential cult leader here. Okay, just like Till Swan, it's another female, I think. So we'll start with the title, as per usual. The shocking Marina Abramovich. Okay, well, Marina Abramovich in itself is a play on Maria, can't remember her last name, very similar, Kovovich, something like that. The renowned, infamous female Satanist from back in the day. Okay, now they love the word shock, shocking. That's why they use it so much. Okay, it's in reference to Lucifer falling as lightning. But by putting it in the title straight away, it's a literary way of indoctrinating programming, because you're going to go in thinking, wow, this must be shocking, so it will shock you. Do you understand? Okay. Let's crack on then. Flashes, like I said, to open up the theta waves so they can program your subconscious every time, all the time, especially with the BBC. Thought if I do it twice, it might deprogram you. So first of all, yeah, she's a performance artist. I will never knock art, even art that I don't believe to be art, because I am myself, at least I'd like to think I am, an artist. What I see here is a depiction of the mother, the divine feminine, trapped inside the cube. Very telling. Two hallway doors, so one would lead to the left hand path, one would lead to the right hand path, good and evil. The divine feminine, Satan, Saturn, Chronos, Mother Nature, Mother Science, it wants to be both. Okay, I'd imagine this creature is both too, if you know what I mean. One eye symbolism.
Waiting to meet Marina Abramovich is
While standing up, or should I say laying up, against one of her walls dressed in Saturnalia. Yeah.
a nerve-wracking business. What to expect from a performance artist who's always opted for the unexpected? Whose last big show at New York's Museum of Modern Art had people crying.
What did I tell you? This is action at a distance. They call it magic, okay? It's what cult leaders use. It's the first stage and step in indoctrination, okay? You don't have to do anything. You just let them think that you are, and look at the effect that it has on the younger, more confused few.
Show at New York's Museum of Modern Art had people crying just looking at her.
See? They're praying to her, for fuck's sake. Gridded hive mind cubation formation.
Our face-off took place at the Serpentine Gallery in London.
The what? Sorry? The Serpentine Gallery? Fuck me, come on. At least try to hide it.
Where Marina Abramovich will spend most of the next 3 months.
3. The first sacred number, symbolic of Saturn, dressed in Saturnalia, Saturnian worship.
It's not easy. I'm removing even these 2 chairs. There will be nothing, absolutely nothing. And what will happen? I don't know. And that's why I'm in such a panic. I just want to see what we can do with pure energy.
Okay, so if you don't know, you will after I tell you. Alistair Crawly, okay, along with the Maria Abramovich, I think her last name was. This thing has basically just combined the two. As I say, nothing new under their black sun. They just thieve, copy, plagiarise and charlatan off each other. Okay, she's just took both Alistair Crawly and Maria Abramovich and chuck the two together. It's all about the joining, like I say. The reason I say this is because of what she just said. Okay? She said it's the panic. It excites her, right? She also said she wants to see what we can do with pure energy. Okay? I've told you before, the dark arts are all about energy. That's all it's ever been about. Some people would say it's all about the blood. It is the blood energy, same thing. Okay? The heart energy, the Lelouch energy. Okay? Aleister Crowley and his philosophies all started with one primal motto, if you'd like, and that was that anything that scares you or disgusts you should be invited. Okay? So he would do things that he didn't want to do more than things he did, and that's exactly what she's talking about. Okay, when she talks about the panic of it, the vulnerability, as you'll see as we go through this. Okay, because when you're vulnerable, when you're scared, when you're disgusted, when you're panicked, guess what? Your guard's down and you fill up like a chalice. You fill yourself full of demons. That's what she's trying to indoctrinate others to do. And that's what she has been indoctrinated to do. Okay? There's never a leader without one above them. Okay? Hers would have been Aleister Crowley and Marina Abramovich. Listen.
Easy. I'm removing even these two chairs. There will be nothing, absolutely nothing. And what will happen? I don't know. And that's why I'm in such a panic.
They're worshipping annihilation mancy. Okay? We'll get into that a little bit later down this line.
I just want to see what we can do with pure energy, what we can do from the personal contact.
Will you be talking?
Maybe we'll be silence, but also I maybe talk later. Maybe we all talk. Maybe we scream. Maybe we lie on the floor. The thing is so important to see how we can actually create that.
You see how she keeps gesturing to grab the human heart under the seal of Saturn crossed with the arms?
Sense of now, here and now. That's all.
Being in the present, the here and now, is where Abramovich wants her audiences.
Power of Now, Charlie Manson. Okay, he learnt that from the Process Church. Okay, it's another satanistic cult.
And she certainly got America excited when she performed there 4 years ago. 750,000 people queued and queued for a chance to sit opposite the silent, staring artist for as long or as short a time as they wanted.
New York is a pretty lonely place. Lots of pain.
Listen to how she critiques us as Brits. Notice I haven't called her, Count fucking Dracula yet, until now. Because it's just not the way to do it. It doesn't hold any water, like I always say. Okay? You attack someone's work, and it attacks them a lot more than if you do it directly.
Like erupt from inside outside. That was incredible reaction. I didn't expect.
How do you think the Brits will feel about it?
I'm worried about British. British are sarcastic. They make fun of everything.
Oh, they're going to make fun of you, love. We don't make fun of everything. What we do is we find the human spirit in everything, okay? We're not sarcastic. Sarcasm comes from insecurity, okay? The reason what she's trying to say is we take the piss, yeah? Of course we take the piss. If you don't laugh, you cry, especially when it comes to this shit. And she knows that all she's got to offer is shit. So she knows that we're going to take the piss out of her. Do you understand? But you should never critique a culture, critique a person based on their work. But you don't go critiquing a culture, you're biting the hand that feeds. But they're so used to doing so, I'm not surprised at all. And then she goes to do it again.
They are, I don't know, it's like, plus you drink, I'm very worried about, the Fridays, the Saturdays.
Yeah, watch out. Yeah, we do drink. That's right. Yeah, we drink. Sorry, isn't she fucking Russian? Nostrovia to you, bitch. Fuck me. What's next? Oh, yeah, we drink cups of tea and we read the paper after we've ate our fish and chips out of it. Like, come on. Oh, what a fucking low life. One eye symbolism.
Work is in a way, you have to open yourself to have experience. In order to experience, you have to be vulnerable. And British don't like to easily to show them.
Not many 67.
So what she just said by saying the English don't like to show their vulnerability, what she's really saying is it's going to be a lot fucking harder to indoctrinate them, us, British people, than it is for most. You know why? Because we've got the heart to bounce it back, to ricochet that shit. And that's why we take the piss.
7-year-old would be dancing with Jay-Z, but celebrity America fakes Abramovich. Lady Gaga is her protege.
Lady Gaga is her protege, okay? That's why Lady Gaga can't fucking sleep at night. She has to get her own help to stay in the bed with her. Not the bedroom, the bed. Yeah? Because her chalice has been filled up. Do you understand?
Here they are, practicing the so-called Abramovich method, explained as exercises to heighten awareness in the moment.
Heightened awareness, see? Heightened sensitivity. But if you're not aware, it scares. It gets in.
Suspect? A bit Emperor's new clothes? There are plenty who think that. In fact, often it was no clothes for an artist who's remained true to performance for more than 4 decades. For her,
Male and female in the box, father time in the middle with the one eye symbolism. That's what they're trying to do there. He's turned to the left for the left-hand path.
it's other parts of the art world that are dubious.
When the Francis Bacon triptych was sold for $146 million, it's incredible, talking about this, how you possibly ever could see this painting without seeing money in front. The essence of painting is lost.
Yeah, I'm not even going to say it because I literally just did. That last thing I just said on that last picture is exactly what they're showing you here. The exact same thing.
How you possibly ever...
Father time in the box, one eye symbolism, the yellow for the golden dawn, Alistair Crawly.
Seeing money in front. The essence of painting is lost. I wanted to take everything away. I want to bring back to the pureness of
I want to take everything away. Destructive nature, all that chaos.
art, which is about energy.
It could never be said that Abramovich hasn't suffered in her quest to share that energy. In a show in the 1970s,
she does not want to share anything, okay? None of them do. It's not part of their teaching. It's not part of their religion, okay? It's not part of the indoctrination. If you share, yeah, you're not bringing anything to your Lord, okay? Do you understand? She does not. If she gives something to someone else, she's not giving it to what she worships. Therefore, she won't get anything back herself. That's just how it works, okay?
There's 72 items on a table.
72. 7 plus 2, 8, 9. Divine number of the dragon. The feminine.
From feathers and roses to a loaded gun. For 6 hours, audiences could use anything against her passive body.
I didn't feel any control. I was just object for them.
See? Because she is an object already. She's an object to satanic entity. Okay? It's filled her up. Look at her fucking eyes. Get it? Nothing left.
And that was frightening because I understood that Pablo can kill you. But in this other case...
Did anyone pick up the gun?
Yeah, of course. They pick up the gun, they put the gun in my hand. They try to see if I will really pull the trigger myself, but push in my hand, which I start doing it. And then somebody else came, completely freak out, take the gun, throw gun on the floor. You know, they start fighting. It was a very strong experience that actually, when you completely become object, what can happen to you?
She's doing this for me, mate. She is saying all this for me. Look what's happened to her. Because she allowed herself to be invoked. She invocated it. She consented to it. And it's filled her up. Do you understand? So now we'll get into Annihilation Mancy. Annihilation Mancy is the energy that you can charge yourself or a sigil with when you are close to the act of death. But it has to be either homicidal or suicidal in nature, okay? Like, you could put a bag over your head, suffocate yourself, and then at the moment when you know that's the end of that, you take it off and you stare at the sigil, or you focus on what it is that you want in life. Okay? Same as sex magic. Upon climax, upon ejaculation, that's when you focus your energy the whole way through, but that's when you truly, you don't think it, you know it. This is me, or this is what I have, rather than this is what I want. It always has to be in the positive pronoun, because that's part of neuro-linguistic programming as well. You have to tell yourself that you've already got it, not that you're going to get it. And then you usually end up having it. So that's why she put a loaded gun on the table, all right? It wasn't because she'd truly given over to her art, okay? It was to charge herself. And look what's happened. Fame. Through every orifice. But only after it's been scarred by Satan.
Does she get a thrill from pain, or is it something else?
We just don't want pain in our life. But we're afraid of these things. We're afraid of dying, afraid of pain. I go through this painful experience, and I see and I push limits, physical, mental, of my body as far as I can. So, if I can do this and liberate myself from the fear of the pain, they can do themselves in their own life.
Now came the test, a preview of how her interaction with audiences will begin when the show opens. Remember, Abramovich is one of only 2 artists on Time magazine's 100 most influential people, so she's doing something right.
Yeah, she did. She did everything right. She charged herself with demons. That's why she's famous. Okay? This artwork does not belong to her. You understand? She's a passenger. She's a puppet. Okay? Oh, and just to get it out before it goes out of my head, Abramovich, Abraham, the Abrahamic God, Jehovah, who is El, yeah? And El is Chronos, Saturn, Satan. They pick their names very carefully because it charges them. All this is about energy, like she said.
It's that white wall.
Yeah, and then I will hold his hand. Really, I find this really great spot, and I try to give all my energy.
Cynical Brits may mock, but performance art is about...
You hear that? Not just what she said, how she said it. Cynical Brits may mock. Because she's been taken over too now. They're very charismatic, these cult leaders. They have to be, or it wouldn't work. And they learn from each other by stealing off each other, the same way the demons have done to her.
About experience. Cynical Brits may mock, but performance art is about experience, and perhaps none of us can judge this unless we see it for ourselves.
Nice beginning. So that's it, kids.
That's it, kids. Rub their hands together. Yeah? They feed off children. You're aware of that, right? They have to. They have no choice. It's not just let's evil. Yeah, we'll just murder kids. It's not. That's how people want you. That's how they want you to think. Okay. But we know, don't we? We don't think. We know. Okay. Read it up. Look it up. Do the research. It's not even. There's probably. You know what? Some of them probably don't even want to do that. They're probably too fucking lazy for it. Most psychopaths are, you see. But They have to do it because children hold the highest charge of energy because of their innocence and because they are closest to the birth veil. Okay? They have not been poisoned or tarnished or tainted by drugs, by disease, by lifestyle. Do you understand? That's why she rubbed her fucking hands together. She's the witch from Hansel and Gretel.
Let's go for it.
Experience, and perhaps none of us can judge this unless we see it for ourselves.
Perhaps none of us can judge this unless we see it for ourselves, okay? Now, the perhaps would take away the command, but by saying unless we see it for ourselves, unless, that's a condition, okay? So they're conditioning you to accept it unless you go and see it for yourself. And if you go and see it for yourself, you'll end up in a fucking corner crying your eyes like that, crying your eyes out like them three young, innocent sisters of ours at the beginning. Okay? They're all in on it. Okay? They're Lilium, children of Lilith.
So that's it, kids.
Yeah. Well, that's not fucking it. Trust me. That is not it. Not by a long shot. But it will be for you. Very soon. All of you. And oh yes. It's going to be biblical.